What's up, Knights? My name is Samuel Rice, and I'm this year's Editor-in-Chief.
And I'm Sarah Evans, this year's Managing Manager. Welcome to our very first episode of Vervecast.
Today, we'll be covering the new traditions of our very own varsity football team.
Sophomore Avery Kelso's mission trips around the world.
And for the first time ever, a fascinating Q&A from our students and faculty.
We hope you're ready because Vervecast starts now.
Our first news story covers the newly added aspects and traditions of our varsity football team. Let's hear more about these from Caroline, the team trainer.
Thanks, Samuel. The Kings varsity football team has added new traditions to their routine this year. From after-practice dinners to Thursday morning practices, the varsity team is always spending time together.
So I would say the unity comes from just the brotherhood around us, you know what I mean? It started with workouts in the summer, you know what I mean? And then it went to just how the senior leadership, down to the juniors.
The unity found in the varsity football team wasn't forged at just practice alone. To help get through the long week, the boys look forward to meeting at Taco Tuesday.
A couple years ago, we started going to Taco Tuesday every Tuesday at Del Taco and now Taco Bell. And then if the running back has more than, 175 yards? 150. You get donuts, the linemen get donuts. So yeah, there's a couple of traditions we have.
From what I've seen, Taco Tuesday is always a fun time. Another football team tradition was added by the varsity running back, Thomas Lubin. Thomas awarded his linemen with donuts after the first game of the season.
All right, so after every single football game, if my linemen have done a very good job and I've gotten over 150 rushing yards, which means they did a good job, then I will bring them donuts on the next Thursday morning practice.
These new traditions are a great way to improve team spirit. Let's see what else we have for this broadcast. Back to you, Samuel.
Thanks, Caroline. Now, we wanted something a little different this broadcast. We asked certain students and faculty a very difficult question, and in doing so, learned a lot about our Knights. Let's hear more about this from CP.
Thanks, Samuel. Students and faculty members were asked a simple yet thought-provoking question that made them dive deep into the recesses of their brains. The question was, what is one thing about yourself that not many people know about you? Let's see what they have to say.
One thing that people might not know about me in high school is that I was on the varsity basketball team, despite not being able to dribble and walk at the same time.
Well, Larry Munson is my grandfather, obviously, and he was the commentator for the Georgia Bulldogs for over 40 years, and he also did the Braves and the Falcons.
I've actually worked a job at Veterans Park for Elvis's ex-girlfriend.
When I was in 7th grade, I shaved my head with a razor, all the way bald, completely super bald. And then I tried to wear a hat to cover it up because I was like, it'll grow back. I just got to have a hat. And then I would always wear my hat. And the boys would always come and grab my hat and throw it. So then I'd have to go get it. And then it was, it was rough because it didn't look too good. But I still pulled, But anyway, then I rocked it with confidence after that. And, the rest is history.
It's so interesting to hear about our students and faculty's unique stories. Check in next issue to see more entertaining aspects of our broadcast. Now let's get back to Sarah.
Thanks, CP. Next up is a unique story on sophomore Avery Kelso's mission trips this year.
Thanks, Sarah. This summer, Avery Kelso embarked on a 3-month-long adventure around the world. She traveled alongside her dad with international sports federations to 5 different countries.
So I went to Northern Ireland, Portugal, and Romania for the mission trip part of it. And I also went to England and Ireland before and after the trip to give us a little space to think and before we do our mission trips and pray and stuff.
Even with language barriers, Avery was able to forge strong and lasting relationships throughout the trip. She was able to reach communities in these countries while teaching American sports.
It's a little bit different than the normal mission trips, but we do sports. We teach kids sports like American football or tennis or archery. And we teach them the sport while also making a connection with them and sharing Jesus.
By stepping out of her comfort zone, Avery was given the opportunity of a lifetime. Ultimately, she used her God-given abilities to glorify Him. Her faith and perseverance are inspiring. Back to you, Sarah.
It's so encouraging to see students obeying God's call to serve.
Absolutely. Well, that's a wrap, Knights.
As always, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more coverage for around our school, you can find more broadcasts by visiting our website, our YouTube channel, or scanning the QR codes in our paper.
This is just a preview of what's to come. You can read more about the topics we covered today and others in the upcoming issue of our paper. Remember, the Verve is your voice. Stone, scissors, Folgers.